Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here. We've got My Player Mode with Chris Rose coming at you here in this one. I still think I'm 1 or 2 games away from actually making it to the major leagues and playing it for the Cleveland Indians, but time will tell. It's really, I got to build up that 12-6 curve. I've got everything met. I have to have, I've got everything met except one thing, which is to have 2 pitches at 65, and you'll be able to check out here in just a second that I do have a fastball sitting at 65, but I don't have the curveball yet. So I'm going to work on getting that up here. Hopefully we have a good game with this, but yeah. All right, so I may not be able to post tomorrow, you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't get a chance to post yesterday because I actually had a horrible day at work. And it's one of those things that I never ever would have thought I'd have a bad day at work. I was finishing this role that I had at work where I was helping out, train people here for the position that I'm in. There was a class of about, I think it was 13 or 14 people who were getting trained for it, and I was there helping them out when they had questions and things like that. And one of the things that they do is at the end of their training, everybody who has helped them in the same role that I had been helping them out at, they get to paint my face. I was like, you know what, no biggie. I mean, I've gotten my face painted before, whatever. Now, for those of you who have added me on Xbox Live, you guys know that my avatar has a beard. That's because I have a beard. And I saw that the kind of paint that they were using was like acrylic type paint. I mean, it wasn't like the face paint that you would you used growing up, where it's on the popsicle stick or tongue depressor or whatever it may be, but this was like legit paint. Like, this is something I would probably put on a wall or something. Smelled just like the paint that goes on the wall. They'd use paint brushes. It was just solid. And so I saw this. I'm like, you know what, you guys, paint my face all you want. I don't care. Just stay away from my beard because it's going to be a pain in the butt to be able to get that out. So most people are like, all right, well, maybe we'll just paint a mask on you or something like that. Well, one guy comes up here and just starts painting on my beard. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because I pulled away after he did one huge brush stroke down the side of my face. I'm like, what are you doing, man? And he's like, oh, you didn't want your beard painted? So I was like, all right, well, I have to take it out anyway, so you guys might as well just go with it. And then they painted my face as a ridiculous clown. Like, it was just terrible. And so, one, I was mad that my beard got painted. And the way that it dried, my entire beard was all painted together. Like, imagine somebody painting the top of your head where you have all your hair and it all being painted together. Like, you just move one little bit and it moves your entire head of hair. That's exactly what was going on with my beard. So, I was mad about that. And then, like I said, it smelled just like the paint you would put on a wall in a house. And so, since my entire face was painted, that is all I could smell for like 4 hours straight. And there's nothing that I could do to get away from it. Because everybody would have called me a bad sport for trying to clean it off, things like that. It was ridiculously itchy, and I was scratching it. People were giving me crap about that. But the thing that I think bothered me the most about it all, though, was people would look at me and laugh. And I knew, I'm like, dude, you got your face painted. You look like a ridiculous clown. Go with it. But at the same time, it's never easy, somebody to look at you and then just to start laughing at you, even though I know it's a joke. And I think he kind of makes in the fact that I had a giant headache from smelling all of the fumes. And I was mad that I had to, basically wipe all of this off later on. I think that was just the perfect storm of frustration right there. So, as soon as everybody left, I went right into the bathroom at work, and I took hand soap and paper towels, and I just wiped my face until I got most of it off. I mean, there was just like little tiny bits left of it that I couldn't get that was in my hair, but needless to say, it hurt. It hurt really bad to be able to get that paint off because, like I said, I mean, this paint was on good. So when I got home yesterday, I'm like, well, I probably should do some videos for tomorrow. But I really was not in the mood, you guys. So I apologize. I'm going to try to do everything I can, though, to get back into things here. Tomorrow is going to be tough for me. I'm probably going to be really exhausted since I actually have to wake up really early today. So, I don't know. I'll probably want to go to sleep early. And then I know I got to do a couple of videos for tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm going to want to do it. So, if I don't post anything tomorrow, you guys know why. But I'm still going to make an effort to do it. But anyway. So, that's kind of why I wasn't on yesterday. If you can paint somebody's face, you guys, don't paint the beard. It was ridiculous. I almost had to just shave my whole beard off, which would have been the first time in 2 years, I want to say. I've had this beard for 2 years. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been trimming it. It's not like I've got a huge, massive beard or anything like that, but I like it. My wife likes it, and that's really what matters more than anything else is my wife is happy with it. Because you know what they say, a happy wife is a happy life. Remember that, you guys, and you'll go places in your marriage. Trust me. Now that I think about it, gosh, today is my 10-month anniversary. Well, not like an anniversary, but I've been married for 10 months. I got to make sure I remember that. I'd be in trouble if I forgot that. I might have to wake my wife up in a little bit and tell her happy 10 months of being married. It's been great, too. I mean, we haven't fought once since we've been married. That's awesome. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and in the Timmy Timmons video I've got coming up here, I'll probably talk about that. Because, you know, like I said, there's, and I mean, like I said in a previous video, people are like, dude, you play video games, you post it on YouTube, how are you married? Which I think is kind of ridiculous to ask, but people wanted pointers, just, you know, on things like that. But I might do that in the next video here. Just, how can you do all this and still get a girl? Because I remember, like, people would be like, you know, if you're a gamer, you're never going to have a girlfriend. Well, obviously I did. Stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of helpful, too, because you got to find a great balance. But anyway, I'm going into the next video, and I probably shouldn't. But anyway, let's get to the game here. You can see I'm getting absolutely no run support. I have allowed one run to get past me here. Here in the 5th inning, it is 1-0. Not too many hits from my team. Fortunate thing, though, is not too many from the opposing team either. I guess that's good, but maybe we'll have one inning where my guys will start getting things going, start getting some hits and helping me out here. So whenever you get the win, you get an extra 50 points that you can spend on pitches, whatever it may be. Once I get into the majors, though, I'm definitely going to try to work really hard on my stamina to kind of help me out. But I got to find a delicate balance. I really don't know where I'm going to be once I hit the majors because I'm set up to be a starting pitcher. I'm actually the ace for Akron here, but you know, I'm missing a lot of things. I mean, I can really only pitch 6-7 innings. Maybe I can get into the 9th, depending on if I've had a really easy game and been able to get the opposing team out pretty quick, like I have been able to so far in this game. But once I get into the majors, I'm going to get, you know, hit on quite a bit. So I don't know. I probably won't be able to make it, which is why I want to get the stamina in there. But at the same time, if I'm not going through and spending skill points on my pitches and stuff like that, this is really going to be all for nothing. So we'll take a look and see what happens with that. I don't know if I'm going to be a starting pitcher once I hit the majors. Maybe I'll be in a relief type role, in which case I really won't have to worry about stamina at all. Computer usually does a pretty good job. I usually don't have to bring in a reliever here for quite a while. Even when I'm, you know, playing really bad and the computer's getting a lot of hits. I mean, just the way that it all works out, I can last quite a bit here. But, now, for this game here, too, the 12-6 curve has actually been working out really well. I could definitely see some improvement, which is nice because with all of these skill points that I'm investing in my 12-6 curve, I want to make sure I do everything I can to make sure that it's going to be working for me here. Earlier in some of the games that I had previously, it really was not working out at all. I mean, I would get hit off of that, or the opposing team would get hits off of that 12-6 curve just all the time. But, oh, by the way, we're up 2-1 now. I don't know if you guys caught that here in the 6th inning. I'm surprised. I'm still going this strong here in the 6th inning, but you guys have been able to see all of the at-bats thus far, except maybe just a couple that ended up taking a large number of pitches, and it was just a fly ball or something. But I got to worry about time here, you guys. I'm sure you don't want to watch a 40-minute long video here of Chris Rose going through the same thing here, just doing a lot of pitching. But I think this will get more exciting too once we get into the major leagues, because you've got some additional elements to the whole pitching side of things. Like right now, whenever I pitch to somebody, you're going to notice the entire strike zone is gray. Once I get to the majors, they'll be red and blue, places I want to pitch, places I don't. Hitters, I think, are going to be a lot tougher to be able to go up against, which I think will be a good challenge. And I think the presentation will actually be a little bit different, too, once I finally do hit the majors, which I like that as well, because a better presentation for this means that it's going to be more enjoyable for you. Like, whenever I do this, you don't have any like theme music at the beginning or anything like that. It's just boom, let's get right into it with Chris Rose here. But anyway, so still going well here for Chris Rose all around. Having a better, I guess, minor league stint here than I thought I was going to have, and longer too, don't get me wrong, but it should be coming to a close here pretty quick. Now, with the way things are going, I'm on track, I think, for maybe 2 more games here before I'm able to get that curveball up to 65, been able to accomplish everything and then move on over to the major leagues. I don't know if they'll put me in AAA or if I'll go right to the majors. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I've got a walk-in hits per inning pitch sitting at 9.11 right now. So I'm glad that I have it under 1. And then I believe I'm 6-2, or maybe I'm 5-2 right now. So that's not too bad either. I'm trying to remember some of the other statistics that I had too. But Chris Rose is just dominating here. Granted, I know it is the minor leagues, and I'm not facing near the challenging type of players that I am going to be in the majors. But with Timmy Timmons, I mean, you guys saw that I really struggled at the beginning. I'm sure that's going to be the same case with Chris Rose. If I do start, I wouldn't be surprised if my first 2 appearances, I end up getting pulled out here in the 3rd or 4th inning. It would be what I would expect, actually, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Another hit, though, for the opposing team as this one goes into center field. Got to be careful because with runners on now, they could go ahead, get a hit, bring that runner home, tie the game up here. So I do get 1 out here. We are looking at just 1 more out, though, for this. And it looks like it's just going to be a little play over to second here, get the fielder's choice, and we advance on. So now we're going to be looking here at the 9th inning for Chris Rose. This is something I'm definitely impressed with, though, is that he's been able to make it to the 9th inning. You'll definitely be able to tell, though, I am a little bit worn out. The amount of time that I go ahead and take time to be able to throw here is really shortened down tremendously. So timing's a little bit different here. This one goes high into right center field. Luckily, that one gets run down and caught on the dive. Whew, that saved me here. So still 2-1. If I can get out of this top half of the inning without letting a run go, we've got this game in the bag. So I feel like there's a little bit of pressure. That one rolls into center field. My second baseman not able to dive and be able to get that one. So, all right, maybe we'll get a double play right here. I'm trying to throw it low here to see if I can keep it on the ground. Maybe get over to the shortstop here, start a 6-4-3 double play. But that one goes foul here too. I got to throw it high a little bit as well, because I've noticed if I just throw low all the time, the computer's going to pick up on that, and it's still going to go into the outfield. Now, I am a little frustrated, though, that the computer is making a lot of contact with the ball, but I am glad to know, though, it's going foul. Swing and a miss, though, on that fastball here. That makes just 1 out left in this game, and I'll come away with the win. Both my 2-seamer and my fastball have been hit quite a bit. It's really that 12-6 curve, like I was mentioning earlier here, that's been my saving grace in this game. So I got to make sure I keep going with it here. I think it's going to be a very, very potent weapon. I want to get a really, really high-velocity fastball, and then have a 12-6 curve to kind of go along with it here. That's a little slower, has a huge break, really messes the computer up. Or a person, I guess, but I'll never be playing as Chris Rose against somebody. Trying to throw it outside, see if I can force the computer to swing at something that it probably shouldn't here as we have the 2-2 count. Once again, though, I get the strikeout. So that's going to go ahead and end the game. I get the complete game. I get the win. I get player of the game. This is just an all-around great game for me here, too. So taking a look here at the statistics, I ended up with 7 strikeouts. Oh, that's not bad for me here. And end up with over 1,500 skill points, which are going to be well spent here in just a little bit. So I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. More to come here in the next few days with Chris Rose, as well as Timmy Timmons and all the other My Player modes that I'm doing. But again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.